yoga meant Patanjali Yoga. One of the 6 darshanas, Shad darshanas, 6 systems of philosophy. Yoga was one of them. Therefore, in earlier days, yoga meant Patanjali Yoga. Then, what about Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga? They are called as Jnana, Bhakti and Karma. They are not designated as yoga. But having realized that all these paths are meant to raise us to the highest levels, so Vivekananda redefined the term yoga, taking the meaning from the word yujyate aninaiti yogaha. And he said all are paths to the same goal. Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, Bhakti yoga, he added. And for this, what is to be done is not just saying yoga, because it is Raja Yoga. They have all the same words. This is how the 4 words came. And the second contribution of Swamiji is that all paths lead to the same goal. Whether you take the path of karma in action, or whether you take to the path of Jnana Yoga, the path of analysis, or take to the path of bhakti, the path of emotions, or the path of Raja Yoga, the path of willpower, all are meant to purify ourselves, raise from animal level to become normal human beings, great human beings, divine human beings, and reach divinity itself. Therefore, all paths are meant to reach the same goal, he said. This is the second contribution. So there is a unity in the diversity of all these paths. Therefore, what we did when we started this entire movement is that we culled out from Bhagavad Gita 18 verses on each of these yogas. 18 verses for Jnana Yoga, 18 for Bhakti Yoga, 18 for Karma Yoga, 18 for Raja Yoga. Whatever Patanjali had described in his 196 sutras, the same had been found also in Bhagavad Gita. Because Bhagavad Gita is the most comprehensive text of yoga. Every chapter is a yoga. 18 yogas. Even the Arjuna Vishada, the melancholy of Arjuna, the dukkha of Arjuna, also is considered a yoga. Why? It purified him, it elevated him from a region of transition to the higher levels of consciousness, to reach him towards the highest moksha. Therefore, even the Vishada can be a yoga, dukkha can be a yoga. Your disease can become a yoga if you use a disease, asthma, diabetes, hypertension, heart problem, epilepsy, migraine, irritable bowel syndrome, all these modern illnesses, each one of them can be taken as a yoga. Why? If you can convert that to elevate yourself. We have 2 choices in life. One is I can deteriorate or I can go up. So, if I succumb to the lower instincts, if I succumb to the slavery of my senses, then I deteriorate, go in the wrong direction. If I use that to elevate myself, then I start growing up. So we have the freedom. That freedom is called the Ichha Shakti. Use the Ichha Shakti to grow to the higher levels. And that is the divine path. Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya. Nibandhaya Asuri Mata. It is correct. If you start using that freedom and start elevating, even a disease can become a big tool for us to go to the higher heights. I remember one of the patients who came here. He had diabetes. And at the end of the stay here, after 2 weeks, he was giving his feedback, and in the feedback he told, I profusely thank my diabetes. Everybody got surprised. How can he thank diabetes? Then he said, had I not got diabetes, I would not have come here. Had I not come here, I would not have got this tremendous wisdom base that our country possesses. And I would not have got the real path for life. I would not have found the goal of my life. Therefore, should I not thank diabetes for bringing me here? No. That is the implication of the Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Arjuna was in a conflict. Conflict between one side his duty, another side the sense of humanitarian consideration, love and respect for the great teachers who taught him. Which is better of the two? Whether ethical moral condition is better, love, affection, humanity, humanitarian consideration is better, or duty is better? Which is the better of the two? There was a dharma sandhigdha, there is a dvandva, there is a conflict. And that conflict, until it is resolved, you will be in great turmoil, you will be in a state of total confusion. That is what Krishna gives as the secret. Therefore, when he gave the secret, Arjuna blossomed himself and he understood the higher dimension of life and readied himself to wage war. A condition he had reached where he said, I cannot even stand in my chariot. And he simply sat down, bringing his Gandiva down. He says, my Gandiva is shaking. Gandivam svansate hastat tvacchaiva paridhakyate nacha shaknom vyavasthatum brahmati vachame manah. My mind is full of confusion, O Krishna. I do not know where to go. Whether I have to perform my duty as a warrior, take part in the war, or take to the path of humanitarian consideration, love, respect for others, give up all my kingdom, all my treasures, everything for Duryodhana, and go away to the Himalayas, which is better of the two. He says. So therefore, even the Vishada, even the conflict can become a great redeemer and can raise him in the higher. How Sri Krishna changed his mindset from this confusion and bringing that knowledge base, which made Arjuna ready himself to wage the war, is a very fascinating dimension that Bhagavad Gita presents us. Therefore, even the Vishada can be a yoga. In the same way, we have every disease can be a yoga, if only we can convert it. Asthma can be a yoga. Heart problem can be a yoga. And typhoid can be a yoga. Only when we learn the implication of the disease and the Vishada and the Dukkha associated with that is a purificatory process. Why do you get fever? External germs are becoming more powerful. Your immune system is unable to handle. Therefore, there is a greater stimulation that takes place and the temperature goes up. When the temperature goes up, you have fever. And the immune system is putting up all its resources to fight the war of the germs. It wants to throw away the germs by increasing its capacity, by synergizing itself, increasing the temperature. So if you just leave, after some time, the fever will go. But what do we think? We think this fever is a big problem. I have to combat that fever. And we start taking drugs and pills and others. And as a result, essentially you are suppressing the whole system. The immune system, you are not giving an opportunity for the immune system to grow and get more strengthened. So therefore, if you understand, then what Ayurveda says, what Yoga says, Langhanam Parama Aushadam. Don't take too much of food. And at that time, take more rest. allow the immune system to rejuvenate itself. If you take more food, then it has to digest. All its energy will be going for the digestion of the food. So, have the least food. That is very, very necessary. Take very light food. As a result, immune system will get an opportunity to get strengthened. Similarly, take a lot of rest at the time when you have fever. Why? Because if you start working, a lot of energy will be wasted. Immune system has to combat two things. Therefore, give a lot of rest to the body. Then, give rest to the mind. Don't start getting worried. Don't get anxious. Don't get lost. Give an opportunity for the mind also to rejuvenate the immune system. Then what happens? The system will come back. It will not only come back to normalcy, but it will get more strengthened. So fever becomes a boom, fever becomes a yoga, and you start growing. You don't understand this kind of thing. So that is what Krishna is telling in the Arjuna Vishada Yoga. You must use the freedom that we have, that Ichha Shakti that we have, to change ourselves, to transform ourselves, to raise ourselves from our lower level to the higher and higher and higher level. I remember one of the asthma patients used to get terrible, wheezing attacks. What happens in wheezing? There is going to be constriction of the bronchus, and therefore there is difficulty to the flow of air. So therefore your breathing rate comes down, the breath almost gets suspended. He is a very intelligent person. He was doing pranayama. What is the purpose of pranayama? To slow down the breathing. What is the goal of pranayama? Kevala kumbhaka, stoppage of breath. So he came to Nagaratna and said, today I have found some new realization. Asthma is a pranayama, he said. Wheezing attack is a thing that happens automatically in the pranayama. Why? My breathing slows down, the breath stops. Then I started using that as a pranayama process. What he started doing, when there is a wheezing, slowly he breathes in, slowly breathes out, think I am doing wonderful pranayama. And when the breath stops, he will not get panic, he will not get anger. Normally what happens when there is a bronchial attack, you get choked, you get lost. And immediately you have to go and then take injections, inhalers and others. This is what he started doing, that he started enjoying. Oh, wonderful Kevala Kumbhaka is happening. Within minutes, he is away from the attack. This is converting a difficulty into an opportunity. This is converting a Vishada to a yoga. This is conversion of a disease into a growth process. Why diabetes occurs? Because you are eating too much, your system is unable to take it, you don't have enough exercise, and your insulin resistance has become high, and doctors have prescribed that you should not take sweets. You get control and master your tongue. Pratyahara. In the course of combating diabetes, you start doing pratyahara. What is pratyahara? The first no. The senses always try to rush towards the sense objects. Our tongue wants to go and then eat nice food and often the junk food and so on. Our ears want to hear music, often the jazz music, filmy music. So every sense has its own object. Vishaya is the object of the sense. Every sense has its own Vishaya and it wants to move towards the Vishaya. The sense moving towards the sense object. What Patanjali says, don't allow your senses to rush towards the sense object. Withdraw. So withdraw and remain calm and quiet, allow the mind to calm down. This is Pratyahara. So when you see some beautiful street that you like, Immediately tongue demands, come on, go and eat rasgulla, eat this my gulab jamun and others. What is pratyahara? He said, wait. Only today morning I ate 5 gulab jamuns. So now no more gulab jamun now. I will eat only day after tomorrow. If you do that, then you are practicing pratyahara. So the process of combating diabetes is pratyahara, he said. How? Because I get a desire to eat my wonderful jalebi. You are very fond of jalebi. And then he remembered the doctor's advice and connected it to pratyahara. He said, it's a wonderful way by which I start gaining control over my senses. So I don't eat the jalebi according to advice. Without that understanding, it becomes a suppression. There is a desire, I want to eat that, I want to eat that, I want to eat that. But if you understand that it is a process of pratyahara, a God-given opportunity to practice pratyahara, then it becomes a yoga sadhana. It becomes a diabetic yoga. How? You are using that as a process of pratyahara, gaining control and mastery over your tongue, God-given opportunity. Then your suppression will no more be suppression, it gets sublimation. That is the difference between suppression and sublimation. In sublimation there is an understanding. In suppression there is no understanding, there is a brutal holding. Therefore, pratyahara is the one that happens when you start dealing with diabetes. Asthma, pranayama. So every disease has its own inner secret. If you understand that, then it becomes a yoga. Then you will no more get suppressed. You will no more get panic about it. You will no more get anxious about it. But you welcome that. That is the position of a Kunti. What Kunti is to ask? Oh Lord Krishna, please keep me always in difficulties. When God comes in front of us, what do we ask? God, remove all my difficulties, all my problems you remove. But look at the strange prayer that Kunti used to do. He had to go and pray, oh Lord Krishna, please keep me always in difficulties. Why? If I don't get difficulties, I don't grow. If you keep me always in comforts, then what happens? Then my growth is stunted. When you keep me in difficulties, then I have to raise myself, I have to grow myself to do that. Therefore I always remember you. In Kannada there is a proverb, Sankata Bandaga Venkatramana. That means when you get the difficulties, you remember God. So when you have a difficulty, it's an opportunity for us to remember God. If you don't have a difficulty, when you remember God, you are happy, you are thinking everything is fine. Only when you have more and more difficulty, then you think of God. So Kunti used to pray, please keep me always in great problem, great difficulty, great tension. Don't allow me to just be in comforts. What a prayer. That is a wise prayer. Why? Contained in that dimension of yoga. She understood the difficulties are stepstones for our progress to a higher realm. And therefore difficulties are welcome. A person will become great when he knows how to convert a difficulty into an opportunity. This is Raja Yoga. That every difficulty is a process by which I purify myself and you start raising to the higher level. A person will become very great and in his life you can see that he has been able to convert difficulties into opportunities. Understanding that every difficulty is an opportunity, he uses that opportunity to grow higher. That is the master organizer. All great personalities knew that when difficulties used to come, challenges used to come, problems used to arise, You think, yes, they are welcome, welcome, welcome. And they start thinking creatively as to how to solve the problem, and they start growing high. An immature person, what he does, when difficulties come, he gets lost, he gets confused, and he becomes anxious, and he wants to run away from the problem. So a Raja Yoga uses his freedom. A Raja Yogi uses his freedom to convert all difficulties into opportunities. So Patanjali says, right from the beginning, therefore you create small difficulties and start following disciplines, injunctions, yama, niyama, ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, and use these tools to grow. Follow injunctions and disciplines in your life. A simple thing. When we come here, we just throw the chappal or shoes out and go ahead. They are made stands wherein the chappal has to be kept in line. But we don't do that. Why? Because the mind is hapasa. The mind is chanchala. And we just throw away here. Similarly, when we come here, somebody should be there to say, okay, come and sit here. Why should anybody tell us that we have to sit in line? There are students here who have been staying here for years. Even they have to be directed, okay, every day come and sit here. Why? State of the mind. Why should we not come here and follow the automatic discipline that we have to stay here? I have to do that, it's a sadhana for me. Why we don't do that? Because you are not converting the difficulties into opportunities. You are not following the yama and niyama. When you get a headache, immediately go and take something. You got a stomach ache, immediately go there and take a antacid. Why? Because you don't understand that there are opportunities given by the God for us to grow. God gives all the such opportunities for us in life every moment. And as I said, the growth will come. Now here, when you come here and sit, you must sit in the same position. It's an opportunity for us to practice an asana. What is asana? A stable and steady position. So you start sitting down, you start sitting on the chair. There is no need for you to sit on the chair. Only those people who have got some arthritis, who cannot bend their legs, they should sit on the chair. Or they should sit in the ground. When you sit on the ground, what happens? You go on changing the position. You sit in Sukhasana, change to Vajrasana, change one leg here, one leg there. Why? State of mind. So you have to tell to your body, come sit here until the Maitri Vila is complete. I am not going to change my bodily position. Whatever position you have taken, Sukhasana, in the same position I will sit. That is sadhana. Therefore it becomes a yoga. Coming and attending the Maitri Milan and sitting steadily becomes a yoga when you start practicing. Similarly, it goes to the higher level of the mind. The mind always is chanchala. We are coming here and sitting. Or we are chanting Maitri Milan. The chants, Gita chanting. And the chanting is going on and the mind is going somewhere. Lecture is going on, the mind is wandering around the world. You are physically present, mentally absent. So what Patanjali says, be physically present, also mentally present. Not only we say that you should come here in time and sit here, and you should understand what is happening, start hearing the lecture, and we insist that all students should bring a notebook and start writing. Why? Because it helps you to concentrate. It helps you to develop your mind. Otherwise, you are sat here in the Maitri Milan, heard the same lectures for 3 years, and at the end of 3 years somebody asks you, can you chant one shloka? Can you just give the meaning of one shloka? No, you are not able to do that. We have seen many of the students when they go out for the interview outside, they are unable to chant even one shloka. And they are not able to give the answer for the questions asked about the shloka. Though it has been described, you have heard that again and again. Why? You are physically present, mentally absent. So, what is the suggestion? Every day come with a notebook. Who is going to bring the notebook every day? No. Only very few people who are really interested and good committed people will bring. Other people, though it has been told to you again and again, as a suggestion, as an injunction, as a direction, you will never bring. Who is going to bring a day? And having brought that, you must write down other things. And I told that you have to write down this thing and give it to your coordinator. Oh, if I don't give, what is going to happen? Why should you get the discipline imposed on you? You understand the dimension. You understand it's a great opportunity for us. You learn in the process of writing. You learn concentration and you start developing that. So therefore, bring a book, write down. Another thing that happens, Krishna, Arjuna says, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, Pramadhi Balavadrudham. This mind is full of chanchala, how can I control? It's a simple way to control. Then bring a book, start writing. Another habit that comes, laye. The mind goes into laya. The pace the mind starts going to sleep. You are sitting there, slowly sleeping. Sometimes the person by the side will start hearing some sound. What is that? What sound? Snoring sound. Why? That's the nature of mind. When the mind calms down, it goes into a sleep. How can you avoid these two hurdles? Chanchalata and laya. These are the two big hurdles. Simple solution is take paper and start writing. And put your mind totally in that. Make a summary of that. Make a summary and give it to your coordinator. It builds tremendous amount of concentration. It takes you to the higher level. From ekagrata, from chanchalata to ekagrata you come. Then from ekagrata you have to focus your mind. Omkara. Look at the Omkara and keep the Omkara in the mind. And steadily the Omkara should stabilize in the mind. Deshabandaha chittasya dharana. What he is saying? That not only you should develop concentration, go one step further to fix the mind on a single thought. Don't allow the mind to go here and there. The mind should be totally focused on that single thought. All the energy will come into your focus. It will give you tremendous power to go and cleanse yourself in the deeper layers of the subconscious. Dharana is a powerful process. You do the practice at the end of the session. And it should be made very spontaneous and very effortless. Move from dharana to dhyana, he says. In dhyana, the single thought of Om is there, but you are nicely enjoying staying in that Omkara. Then a stage you come, you become one with that Omkara. Samadhi. Samyak adhiyate samadhi. Tadeva Swarupa. Shunyamiva samadhi. As if you have lost yourself, you become one with the object of the Omkara. That is the whole process. So can you build all these things to our life? Raja Yoga in practice, day to day life. Maitri Buddha gives you a wonderful opportunity to practice all these things. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Everything can be incorporated into the practice here when you come here. If you understand and if you start practicing it nicely. Otherwise, you just come here, sit here, mind will be wandering. After some time, you go away. Great pressure, oh, I have to go there, I have to give attendance, and 90% attendance they say, what is this, all, Choice is yours. Either you can elevate yourself, or you can deteriorate yourself. When will you become a yoga? And use all this inner power of your freedom that you have to raise yourself. Uddhare atmana atmanam na atmanam avasadaye. Krishna is telling, please use this freedom that Ichha Shakti, that power, that freedom to elevate yourself, not to deteriorate. My dear friends, students, let's start raising ourselves day by day, week by week, month by month. You should grow, grow, grow. Punctuality, commitment, dedication. Come here, follow Yama and Niyama. Put all the chapels in line. Everybody who comes and sees, they should really marvel at your discipline that you have. Bring a book, write down the things. Every day, go think and summarize the things. Spend some time and then meditate on that. You will see a wonderful change start coming into your life. Let's contemplate on these thoughts. It's time. Relax all parts of the body. The key essence of asanas. Relax your facial muscles. Beautiful smile on the face. Now take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Calm down the mind. Open your eyes and look at the beautiful Omkara. Closing the eyes, retaining that Om in the mind. Complete focus on Om. The mind should be fixed on that Om. Beautiful Omkara, the symbol of the ultimate reality, the name of our original Swarupa, the name of highest freedom, greatest knowledge, and immense power, and the wonderful bliss. The name for all this is Omkara. Let us retain that wonderful blissful awareness throughout the day, remembering that Om in the deepest of your hearts. Spread the fragrance of love and bliss to everyone. Namaskar Mudra. Om Asato